a late night whiskey review. Jameson, original. It's delicious. I'm actually driving this to work tomorrow, so checking to make sure the lights work. Got marker lights, chicken lights up top. Wired in the tail lights tonight. Got both of them working, and brake lights. But on this episode, we're gonna do more finish welding and get the big bumper mounted, and some other miscellaneous things that I don't want to say just yet. But sit back, enjoy, grab your favorite whiskey or beer, and let's build this truck together. We're back at it again in the garage where it's nice and warm. It's like 30 degrees out right now. This is the bumper for the big truck. I bought this from the salvage yard down the street, and it's heavy. It's actually well built. I don't know who built it. Mobile Welding Company, that's the truck it came off of. But it's a half-inch C-channel throughout. So we set it in the back of the big truck because I've been driving that to work the last 3 days. And it actually squatted the truck. Not bad, but you could tell it's got some weight to it. But the problem is it's 98 inches end to end, and I need 88 inches. So I got it marked. This is almost 10 inches right here, so I'm going to cut that center out of it, slide it together, weld it up. Hopefully get it hung on the truck maybe tomorrow afternoon. But for tonight, I'd like to try to get it cut in half. So, yeah, cover your ears. I don't know how loud this saw is. I borrowed it from the neighbor, so it might be loud. Well, it's not even through yet. Harder than I thought. I cut it off with a Sawzall. Only took 4 blades. Well, I'm like halfway through the first side, so. Maybe third time's a try, or third time's a charm. This actually seems to be cutting the best, so. So keep using it. It's a lot of work for a little sawzall. And a grinder. And that thing. Yeah, definitely cooked the blade on that one. But it's in two. Got a little bit of cleanup to do because I got a little fat on a couple of my lines, but not too bad. So a little bit here, a little bit there. I want to bevel the edges so when I weld it together, I get a nice good penetration in this 1/2 inch thick bumper. Yeah, I'm going to keep working on this side and touch base in a little bit. This thing would actually work really good if it wasn't dull. And he warned me it was dull. He said just go slow, take your time. But it's cutting it okay, better than that thing. But less nose tickling, I should say. Maybe those should be called nose ticklers. Every time I run them, my nose starts tickling. So yeah, almost all the way through it, and I'll be able to clean it up, and maybe I'll start stitching it back together tonight. If I can find enough sanding discs to clean it up good enough. And that's that. Yeah. Pretty thick steel. Alright, now cleanup begins. I don't know if I dare try to stand it up so it makes it easier for sanding everything or grinding everything down. They're heavy. Well, it's about 1/2 as heavy as it was a little bit ago. So, yeah, maybe we'll try standing it up. That wasn't that bad. Or I'm just that tough. Yeah, I got a little carried away. That's why I wasn't cutting so good to begin with, because it was, you know. But whoever made the bumper, I think he did a pretty good job. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some flappy discs and start cleaning this up. Get it tapered so I can get it tacked back together. That's working. Wife ran around and found all the old discs she could. So I got enough to do 3 sides anyway. But when you're starting to get run out of decent sanding pad, you can run it on the side like that on the surface, and it'll melt the plastic down, and it'll give you a little more grinding pad. You can actually burn these down to almost nothing. Trust me. And these are expensive. I prefer using these over the regular grinding wheels because, well, these don't bounce as much. They clean it up nicer, and they don't smell as bad, I think. Yeah, a little bit more to do on this side, then I'll prop that side up and go to town on it. Got a good tune on. Sure wish I had a helper here to pick this heavy stuff up for me.
I'm busy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, now I gotta remember what side is which. Oh dear. Keep going. Well, for having worn out discs, I got it about as far as I want to take it, so I'm gonna situate it the direction I want it to go on the truck. So that way after I get it welded, I don't have to spin it back around to I guess I'd probably get that big clump of dirt off the bottom of this side. This side's lighter than that side. I'm going to clean up the shop a little bit. Got the welder all fired up. I'm going to tack it together. And I need help holding it, so I won't be filming the initial tack together, but after I get the welder set where I want it and nice and hot, then we'll do a little bit of filming. Yeah, let's melt some rod. Well, I got my rut pass around 3 sides. I don't know what I'm going to do on the, I guess it'd be the face of the bumper, where the two are rolled together. It's going to have a little V there. I don't know if I could probably put 40 rods in it and grind it down flat, but maybe I'll find a metal rod or something that fits in there nice and weld that in there. But yeah, it's about 1/2 inch wider than the front bumper was made. That's 88 inches. So it's a little bit wider, but you'll never notice. I'll never notice. So, but yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do more welding on it, and then try to get my floor jack underneath it, get the truck backed in here, you know, jack it up as high as I can get it, and hopefully I can get it where I want it, or at least close to where it looks good and it's still functional. Because yeah, I'd like to put, I don't know, maybe some little footholds there so you can get in the back of it a little easier. I don't know, might buy some square stock and fire up the old forge and put some twists in it and weld it on. We'll see. I don't know. But you can check at Menards. I might just buy some thin wall black pipe for the stacks I'm going to be putting on it. So, yeah. Until tomorrow, have a good night. See you later. So I got a bunch of welding done today. I don't know, probably 2 hours worth of welding. Don't look too close. It's not perfect yet. I think I'm going to do probably 5 more passes across the top, then I can grind it flat. I did get some paint on it. I did get it down to bare steel, but it's all pitted, and I don't know, it gives it the used look, I suppose. What do they call it? Hewn? Hand-hewn? On lumber? It just looks, it looks old, is what I'm trying to say. But, it's coming along. I'm not going to mount it tonight. Been on here long enough, but if I had to guess, it probably weighs 600 to 700 pounds. So that should help with a little bit extra weight on the back of the truck. So, but yeah, as for tonight, I'm done, but I will we'll film more when I'm trying to get it in place and get it welded on. So have a good night. See you tomorrow. Yeah, here goes nothing. Get in there. Gonna stay. Woo, that's big. It's a big bumper. Trying to eyeball it, get it sort of close at the moment. And I'll start pulling a tape measure. Well, what do you think? I think it's pretty close right there. Find some C-clamps. A little extra support isn't going to hurt it, holding it up while I get it welded on. Pretty massive, isn't it? I wonder if I can get something underneath there to hold the front up. Got it. Got a tip. Yeah, I'm gonna get it strapped up or whatever where it needs to be, and we'll come back when it's tacked on. But I got it where I want it. Had to use some creative ingenuity with some straps to hold the front up to keep it tight against the back of the frame. But this is where it's going. It's gonna get burned on, so yeah, I'm gonna measure it after I get it welded on, and after I lower the chain, I want to see if the truck actually drops any. But yeah, I'm gonna start welding. I'll check back in a little bit. That's the moment of truth. Is it gonna stay on there? Is it gonna squat the truck? Oh, did a little bit. Couple pounds on it anyway. Still got a little more welding to do, but still rigid. I might still might cut a leaf spring out of it. Yeah, it dropped half an inch, so it's a little bit extra weight, but tell me what you think. Do you like it? Is it too small for the truck? I don't know. Definitely won't hurt the box if I back into anything. No, I gotta figure out some kind of doors for these. I wasn't expecting the box to be so far forward, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe when I build that tray, maybe I'll just have the whole lid slide out too. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But yeah, I'm gonna keep welding, and hopefully I can get it scuffed up, sanded down, and get some paint on it tonight. So I'm glad I got it hung, so now I can drive the truck out, scrape all the dust off, because I'd rather do it outside than in the garage, because it doesn't get in your nose and your ears. And so yeah, I'm gonna keep working and touch base in a little bit. Bumper's on, mostly done. A little more touch of welding to do in the middle, but I'll deal with that later. For now, it's on. So I'm gonna go pound it down the road and see if it stays on there. So yeah, we'll be back in a minute. You want to just meet me up there? Actually, being a big truck, this thing does a real tight U-turn. I bet I could do it from fog line to fog line, but it's a blast to drive. It's riding better with that bumper back there, so that extra 500 or 600 pounds seems to help. But no, it's coming along. Get some paint on it soon and some more finish welding on the fenders and try to pop that dent out. But nah, I like it. I love it. Look at that. Yeah. Comment. Let me know what you think. It's going to be louder when I'm done with it. It's not going to stay quiet. You can't have a truck this big and have it be quiet. It's got to be obnoxious. Yeah, it's got to figure out stuff for back here and maybe the tray. And no, it's gonna be hard to sell it. It is. It's definitely, in my eyes, one of a kind. Tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know if you disagree. No, if you haven't seen the rest of the episodes, scroll back. Start at the beginning. I did drive this thing home 200 miles. No box on it, no extra weight. It was rough, but we made it. The truck runs great, drives great. It doesn't leak any oil. It's gonna be a good tow rig for somebody. Hopefully I can keep it. Maybe I'll have to sell something else to be able to keep this. We'll see. No, it's turning out pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna call it for the night. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good night.